Hi, boys and girls. It's Janine Broussard at the Help Us Grow Reading Foundation. I want to share a book with you today and help you be a better reader and help you be the difference in your family, at school, and at your neighborhood. You can be the difference to yourself and to others just by being a better reader and being honest and being respectful to each other. We're going to read a book about owls today. I hope you join me and I hope you enjoy our lesson today. This is lesson 3 for 3rd graders. I can't wait to see you and help us grow. Thank you. Hi, boys and girls. Here we are, a book about owls. This is our 3rd grade, 3rd lesson in the books, and it's all about owls. Wow, there's a table of contents and lots of pages. I hope you can put on your hats because we're going to learn a lot about owls. This is a pretty owl, and here's another owl. We're going to learn all about owls. Here we go, owls. Owls are birds with large eyes, big round heads, and fluffy feathers. They glide silently through the sky with their long, wide wings. Owls are birds of prey. Birds that hunt other animals for food. Birds of prey have hooked beaks and sharp claws to help them catch their food. Most owls rest during the day and hunt at night because they eat animals that are active at night. The largest owl is the great gray owl. It is almost as tall as a kitchen counter. Wow, that's really big. Great gray owl. The smallest owl, the elf owl, would fit in the palm of your hand, so maybe this size. Owl fact, owls have eyes that face forward, just like your eyes do. The eyes of most other birds are on the sides of their heads. Well, that's an interesting fact. Oh, and many different kinds of owls. There are about 180 species of owls around the world. They belong to one of 2 groups, barn owls or typical owls. Barn owls have heart-shaped faces. See, look at that. Long legs, light-colored feathers. There is only one species of barn owl in North America. Great horned owl. Most typical owls have a mix of brown, gray, black, and reddish feathers. This makes them look streaked. Typical owls have flat, wide faces. Some have tufts of feathers on their head that look like ears or horns. There are 18 types of typical owls in North America. These do look like horns or ears. Barn owls are sometimes called ghost owls because of their pale bodies. Interesting. I'm curious to see what else I'm going to learn. Where owls live. Owls live in forests, on prairies, in deserts, in marshes, and even in cities. They stay where there is plenty of food and where there are places to rest and hide. Owls usually live alone or with another owl, but some species live in larger groups. Many owls live in the same place all year. Some owls, such as the short-eared owl, move from one place to another as the season changes to find food. This is called migrating. Some owls, such as the burrowing owl, live near fields. The long-eared owl and many other owls live in forests. Their streaked feathers help them hide in trees. Where owls live. Barn owls live down here, and great horned owls live up here. This is the United States, by the way. Barn owls can live in barns or other buildings, but they also live in caves or holes in trees. Owl fact. a group of owls is called a parliament. Tiny elf owls live in the desert. They sometimes find shelter inside cactus plants. Look at that cutie in there. Oh, this is a snowy owl. He's beautiful. Owl food. Owls wait quietly without moving until they see or hear their prey. Then they swoop down and grab the animal with their needle-sharp talons or claws. What an owl eats depends on owl's size. Large owls eat mice and other rodents, birds, and even rabbits. Smaller owls also eat rodents and small birds, as well as insects such as grasshoppers, moths, and beetles. Owls swallow small prey whole. If the prey is large, owls kill it with a bite to the neck. Then they tear the animal apart and eat the pieces. Owls can't digest all the parts of their prey. About 8 hours after eating, they will cough up a dry pellet. Inside the pellet are the fur, teeth, and bones of their last meal. That's interesting. Oh, what's going on in this page? Let's learn about owl bodies. An owl's body is made for silent flying and hunting. This eastern screech owl is one type of typical owl. Eyes, let's hear about their eyes. Large eyes help owls find food, even in the dark. Special clear eyelids clean and protect their eyes. Well, we're going to hear about their beak. A short, hooked beak is used to grip and kill prey. Like that, right there. It's his beak. Oh, and there's the eyelids. See, special clear eyelids right there. Let's see about his neck. Extra neck bones allow owls to twist their heads so far around that they can look over their backs, so they can look backwards. Ear tufts. Ear tufts are bunches of feathers that are raised or lowered to show fear, anger, or excitement. They do not help owls hear. Ears. Small ear slits help owls locate their prey, even when they can't. See it? Small ear slits help owls locate their prey. I don't know where those is. Okay, let's keep on reading. Feathers. Fluffy feathers next to their skin keep owls warm. Large, strong outer wing feathers are for flying. Wings. Long, wide wings help owls glide as they hunt. Bones. Owl bones are hollow. This makes their skeletons light for easy flying. Look at these claws. Feet. Strong toes with sharp talons are used to catch and hold prey. The outer toe can swivel around from front to back. This helps the owl to keep a strong grip on squirming prey. Prey is another name for food, boys and girls. Okay, look at this. I wonder what we're going to learn about on this page. How owls use sight and sound. Owls have keen sight and hearing to help them hunt, even when it's dark. Owls have huge eyes that lay in lots of light to help them see at night. Owls cannot move their eyes from side to side. Owls bob their heads up and down and from side to see better. Their flexible necks also help owls see behind themselves. This is an owl's skull. These are his ear openings. Owls can hear so well that they can even hear prey that is under leaves or snow. Some owls have one ear that is higher, larger, and points in a different direction from the other ear. So they have so they hear a sound in each ear at a slightly different time. This helps owls locate exactly where sounds are coming from. See, so this ear is higher and this ear is lower. I think this one's bigger. Do you, boys and girls? Okay, here's an owl fact. A great gray owl can hear a mouse under the snow from 300 meters or 100 feet away. That's about as far as a football field. This is the northern saw-wheat owl. Wow, I'm learning so much about owls. I hope you're enjoying this with me. How owls fly. Owls are strong flyers and can travel long distances, but most owl flights are short. Owls tend to stay in one territory or one area, so they do not need to fly too far. Owls fly quietly to swoop silently down on their prey. Silent flying also allows owls to hear their prey while they are moving toward it. Owls will glide just above the ground as they look and listen for food. Once a year, owls slowly lose and regrow their feathers. This is called molting. Molting replaces damaged feathers. This is a borea owl. Here's an owl fact. It takes about 3 months for an owl to molt. The edges of an owl's wing feathers look like a comb. The spaces between, boys and girls, if you make a mistake, you can start again. It's about learning. So try until you learn what you want to learn. The spaces help muffle or quiet the sound of air moving over owls' wings. So these look like combs, and it helps to muffle the sound of the air moving so they can fly silently. Owl nests. Here we go. We're going to learn about babies now. Owls do not build nests. Instead, they lay their eggs in a hole in a tree or a cliff or just on the ground. Some owls use the old nest of crows or other large birds. Barn owls nest in barns or other buildings. One species of owl, the burrowing owl, lays eggs in holes in the ground made by tortoises or prairie dogs. So tortoises are turtles. Owls nest where there is lots of food nearby. Once a pair of owls has chosen their nesting site, they let other owls know. They claim their territory by hooting, screeching, or whistling. Sometimes owls will attack intruders that come into their territory. Some owls will lay more than 10 eggs in a nest. And now we're ready to learn about baby owls. Most mother owls lay 3 or 4 round white eggs in the spring. The mother owl sits on the eggs to keep them warm. The father protects the nest and brings food to the female. The eggs take about 30 days to hatch. The mother owl lays 1 egg at a time, waiting a day or so in between so that the eggs do not hatch all at once. When the baby owl is ready to hatch, it uses its tiny tooth on its beak to chip open the eggshell. That must be hard work, boys and girls. Baby owls are called owlets. Owlets are born with their eyes closed. They are weak and helpless. The first baby to hatch will usually grow more quickly than its brother and its sister. It will get the most food and attention from its parents. The last baby to hatch often starves because it does not get as much food. Barn owls and owlets. See, remember, boys and girls, they have the heart-shaped face. Here's another owl fact. In years when there's lots of food in an owl's territory, more owlets survive. How owls grow and learn. We hope that you grow and learn with us at the Help Us Grow Foundation, boys and girls. Here we go. We're going to learn how owls grow and learn. At first, owlets stay with their mother in the nest while their father brings them food. The parents tear the food into small pieces for the owlets. The owlets grow quickly, and soon the mother also needs to leave the nest to help catch food for them. Owlets first grow fluffy feathers called down. Sometimes we have pillows stuffed with down, which keep them warm. When the owlets are about 3 weeks old, longer feathers begin to grow. As they get older and larger, the owlets will hop away from the nest to stretch and flap their wings. Parents teach the owlets to fly by tempting them out of the nest with food. When they are about a month old, the owlets begin to practice flying and hunting, but they still need their parents' help to find enough food. In late summer or fall, the owlets leave their parents to find their own territories. So they grow up. These are great horned owlets. Okay, here's another owl fact. When owls are as young as 1 year old, they will use hoots, whistles, and other calls to attract a mate. All right, well, how do owls protect themselves, boys and girls? Look at how owls protect themselves. Looks like they puff up their feathers. Adult owls have few predators, but they must defend their owlets and feeding territories from other owls and birds of prey. Owls use hoots, whistles, and screams to warn unwanted visitors away from their territories. They will also attack their sharp talons. Owlets and adult owls make themselves look larger if an enemy comes too close. They open their wings, puff up their feathers, snap their beaks, and hiss. The color and shape of the owls make them difficult to see. During the day, an owl keeps its feathers close to its body so that it is hidden in the forest. At night, the owls relax and puff out its feathers. Short-eared owl. Yep, I don't see his ear. Primate owls have 2 dark patches, or false eyes, on the back of their head. False eyes make these tiny owls seem larger and scare enemies away. That's silly, huh? Look, there's a little owl house. Kind of reminds me of a bat house. Owls and people. Many owls live near people, but sometimes the action of humans hurt owls. In the past, people often shoot owls because they thought owls were pests. Chemicals used on fields also poisoned mice and other owl food. The poisoned food harmed the owls and their young. It made owl eggs soft, so the shells cracked before it was time for the owlets to hatch. The poison could also kill the adult owls. Today, the main threat of owls is the loss of their habitat, the places where owls live. So a habitat is the places where owls live. Forests are cut down and cities are built over meadows and marshes. It is hard for owls to survive without even space to find food to nest. Owls help people by controlling the numbers of mice, rats, and insects. Many people know this and are trying to help owls by putting up special boxes where the owls can hide and nest. Other people are working to protect owl habitat. Here's a great owl fact. Burrowing owls and spotted owls are endangered species. They are endangered because they are losing their habitat. So we need to keep them safe. Oh, look, this is all the species of owls of the world. Owls live on every continent in the world except Antarctica because it's too cold. Here are just a few types of owls. These are African owls. White-faced scoop owls. Pearl-spotted owl. These are Asian owls. Fish owl. Collared scoop owls. Australian owls. Australian masked owl. Barking owl. These are in Europe. Eagle owl, barn owl. These are North American. Northern pygmy owl. Boreal owl. Northern hawk owl. South American black-cropped screech owl. Spectacle owl. Owl signs. Since owls are often out at night, it can be difficult to see them. It is usually easier to hear their hoots, screeches, or whistles. The trick to finding owls is to know where they live. People look for owls where there are a lot of mice and other types of owl food. Owls can be found by looking for piles of their pellets. Pellets are dropped below an owl's nest or perch. Some people can imitate the call of an owl, or they might use a tape recorder to play an owl's call. If an owl is nearby, it might call back. The owl thinks there is another owl in the territory. Oh, that would be fun to see if there is an owl in your territory. Words to know. These are kind of like vocabulary words for owls. And when you're in 4th grade, boys and girls, you're going to have some vocabulary words that you'll have to learn. So this is birds of prey, a bird with a hooked beak and talent that hunts other animals for food. Egg tooth, a sharp piece on the owlet's beak used for pecking out of its shell. Oh, it's right there. Oh, maybe this has to do with this picture. Let's see. Endangered species, a species that has so few animals left that the species may not survive. I don't know if this is the sharp tooth or is this one of the species that may not survive. I think he has like little tiny feathers, so maybe it's showing us the tooth. That's my guess, boys and girls. Habitat, the place where an animal lives. Migrate, to travel from one place to another place. Molting, to lose old feathers that are replaced by new ones. An owlet is a baby owl. They're so cute. Pellet, a dry packet of fur and bones that is coughed up by an owl after it is eaten. Prey, an animal that is hunted for food. A rodent. A rodent is an animal whose front teeth never stop growing, such as a beaver, a squirrel, a rat, a mouse. Talon, the claw of an owl or another bird of prey. Oh, we have one more. Territory, the area where an animal lives that the animal defends from intruders. So it's kind of like his neighborhood. And that's the end, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me and learning all about owls. Please visit our website, helpusgrowreadingprogram.org. We want to help you be a better reader and visit with you during the pandemic so you can read with us and grow even during the pandemic. We also want you to be the difference in your neighborhood and your families by being respectful, being honest, by being thankful, by being generous. So be the difference, and we'll talk about that when you join us at Help Us Grow Reading Program. Thanks, boys and girls. See you next time.